And we got CT side for Liquid. We have Cloud9 on the T side. No nades for Cloud9. They're going to try to do it with the bomb rush, potentially, if they get all their bombs in the right place, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then they can rush something down together. We'll have to see, though, because they are a little bit spread out at the moment, and that can be dangerous. They have 3 decoys, which is interesting as well. I wonder if there's any purpose behind those. Typically, you don't really see teams utilizing decoys all that much. But it does look like they're going to jump in now, and Sansor has a great position. Look at this, almost a double peak type situation. That's nice.
Twist checking his 6. I like that Cloud9 are just waiting for somebody to pick them from connector. But for how long? Slowly teasing, and it's Twist on the high ground to get the first kill. So you would imagine that Cloud9 will start running wide, but Sanistor taking a wider angle. Nothing opening Nitro up in the meantime, and Cloud9 is still waiting for a peek, and maybe Sanistor will give them what they're looking for.
That's so
Twist
smart.
in the meantime is looking for a potential flank, and the timing, they will just walk into the B bomb site and wonder where on earth the CTs are. Will they have a read that someone's on the high ground? Obviously, Twist was there earlier, and he's not dead. So he must still be there. Kind of walked away.
I don't know if this is planned by Cloud9 or if they communicated this, but this is so smart how this actually has played out for Cloud9. Liquid are completely confused as to what's happening. They thought after the alley push that was just one player going into B. It looked like they were just trying to sneak someone in there, but the entire team was there basically. So smart. And it looks like it might be working out here. 2 players coming up the ladder in Pop Dog. Elise gets the first pop onto automatic. And it's a 3v3 here, so still it's anyone's, one would say. However, the CTs are now falling to Nothing's USP at long range. Elise will also fall as Nothing gets himself 4 kills in a row. Lovely stuff from him. That's, I mean, Yanko, can they communicate that? Because it seemed as though, like, that's a very elaborate, like, fake, basically.
It was very strange that Nothing managed to get into connector after getting that kill. But it was because of the setup that Liquid was running. They had 2 players ladder, and you saw the setup on B. So, I mean, that's the weakness of that setup. You don't really have a lot of information towards Ivy, and it was a little bit unfortunate for Liquid the way they rotated. But now, in a 4-spy, they're in a 5v3 situation, 2 quick kills.
Yeah, just going out there and sort of trying to spray the legs and then kind of getting caught in between sprays. Ooh, talking about sprays, Stevie Nothing going at it there, but they are down a man in comparison to Liquid, who are yet to pick up guns, but to be honest, the pistols and the scout are quite proficient on this bomb site. Again, it's hard. It's a very hard bomb site to take in an anti-4-spy if you don't use any grenades and you can't get out those choke points quickly. You have to go so deep to get those kills, and in doing so, you're open to all kinds of peaks from all kinds of angles. So it's very scary, and nice play from Automatic there, scouring the connector area for a player. He will find one, but still the bomb needs to go down. 50 seconds to do it, though, so there's not a huge amount of pressure on that. They're more concerned with making sure that it can be safe on the plant spot, and Automatic spotting 1 player to Ivy, but do they realize about the other player on Ivy? Will Automatic get shot in the back? Looks like he'll escape just in time. Twist is still there as he's looking for that opening engagement. Seems like they have an idea. He has scoped up now, and he'll go for the run, and he will be gunned down by Nothing. 2-0, Cloud9 survive, but a lot of damage was done.
$2,000 here and there for the Liquid side. This is the non-round. Will it be the pure USPs? No. Nitro will buy the P250. And that is it. An investment of $300. Of course, the value will say $1,100 because every stock pistol is worth $200. So it's 800 in USPs versus, well, plus the 300 of the P250 to bring that total together. Meanwhile, Cloud9 rolling around of 23 and some change, 23,000 and plus change in equipment. Stewie 2K on the hunt, doing what he does, doing what he thrives for, doing what his engine runs on. Running around and shooting people.
The Mac 10 sounds so weak.
It's almost like a minigame. It's like in Grand Theft Auto, right? You can go to like an internet cafe and surf the internet. Or go to an arcade or whatever and play a game. It's like a minigame for Stewie running around with a Mac 10, trying to kill these ecoing players while not letting them run the numbers game. Indeed, it will be automatic to drop in that round, but nobody cares. It's buy time for Liquid. JDM is 6150 in the bank, so he could be afforded some Kevlar with his AWP, and he will get it. And the only defuse kit for his team, so we'll have to bear that in mind. It may have a role to play later on in this round.
Yeah, I mean, we have Sui throwing a smoke. There's another smoke going out from a teammate, so we'll see what the response is from a rotation perspective for the CTs. Or was it just a flash? Did I mess it up? It was indeed a flash. I'm silly. I am incredibly silly. But so they are now pushing 3 players towards Ivy. So it's an interesting spot because it can obviously alleviate, if there's any players playing forward towards Team Main or Pop Dog, they're more encouraged to come back towards the bomb site. And Ivy, if a big presence is felt there by the Ivy player of the CTs. Or JDM with that angle there. Do they have a flash for this? Oh, they have a Molotov for that, but JDM still connects the shot. That's a lovely shot from him. Down to 30 or 29 points of health, but he'll be happy with that one.
Seems the general intention is still A for Cloud9, judging on where the bomb is and the fact that there are still 2 Ts towards the Ivy position. Cloud9 taking it pretty damn slow. See Twist around the Ivy area. Backing off somewhat, and Nitro will need to adjust his position accordingly as Cloud9 start to creep up Ivy. They'll surely look for a picking scenario soon. Skadoodle's got a flash, but it seems they're looking for the surprise attack. And indeed, it seems Skadoodle will be holding the angle towards Twist, and nothing might check the other side, but walking through. Twist playing the off angle to AT. Can't get the second kill onto nothing, though. He'll hear Nitro going down the ladder, I think. JDM will pick off the bomb in main. 18 seconds, the bomb's being dropped. That will force these 2 Ts back to the bomb. That's going to waste a lot more time for them. 10 seconds as Stewie makes his way towards A.
Yeah, dropping the smoke as well, obscuring things ever so slightly. The plant is faked. He's not got time to plant now, as 3.5 seconds is required. Going for all the kills. There's a lot of kills to be had, though, as we see a triple from JDM, having a great round with the AWP, positioning overall quite good from Liquid, and Cloud9 just falling a bit flat in that round. And the buy is very possible for Cloud9. They may feel like they should go for this, as they did get some kills there, and they can have a big impact on their opponent's economy. Double AWP, actually, from Cloud9. Shroud picking up an AWP as well as Stewie. Interesting stuff there.
Seems they want to get the pick game on, but JDM will be ahead of that game. The high ground here is always a nice angle to hold. And you can see he's expecting the peak on top of the crate, but Skadoodle will get tagged through the wall, so he gets away with a cheeky one. Now he's looking for more. Skadoodle bought it drunk, I bought it sober.
That's quite funny. Well, it's not going too well here for Skadoodle. He's not hitting the shots he needs to hit. So far there's a trade, though, but still a man down, and one of which has automatic on a, or rather one of which is automatic on a Tech 9. He has flashes and a Molotov, though, which is pretty nice. And with his position that he has currently, he can use these nades to try to get onto a site. He's got himself a UMP as well now. Will he try to make the run across onto the site? Maybe he will now. Good frag from nothing, taking out of Elise out this round. But Twist on the angle with the AWP will drop the bomber. And they have a man who can come into Pop Dog. That is Stanislaw, both with AWPs, so these CTs. So it just takes one missed shot, really. Now Automatic also has an AWP. Really interesting times here. 30 seconds to go. The flank is coming. Is he going to turn around? Nope, he will not. And that's another round for Liquid. 2-3, and that's the money broken for Cloud9. So a save is ahead. They need pretty much a full save if they want to have any buy next round. Interesting. If they had saved full save, they could have had a buy round. No? I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, they would have had $2,400, and they all had around 2K there, so they would have had a strong buy round, but they're forcing it up. I guess because they did of the damage they did, but still.
Well, let's see how successful their force will be. Looking to capitalize on one player being in B early, I would presume, as they're charging straight into the site. Elige on the quick flank, and there are 3 Ts remaining. Now there's one. Bombs getting planted. Everyone's dead. Oh dear. Well, that's a good round for Liquid, considering Cloud9's intentions. But he got a bomb planted, Cloud9, so That'll put their money slightly further forward, but indeed it's still eco territory for the blue and white side.
I mean, it's weird because they had a force buy. If it's full save, they'd have a full buy round this round. But now they're going to force it, or what are they doing? Because Stewie's buying up fully, almost. Stewie's bought up fully, and there's some half buys. This looks a bit weird, to be honest, from the buys. But Stewie is as Stewie does, which is run in and kill people. That's a good opener, but will we see a stabilization from Liquid as the counter grenades start to fly in? Yeah, so far so good. And we'll see the bomb go down. So that'd be 4 losses in a row, plus the $800 of the bomb plant. So they'll have enough money to get a very solid buy-in now. But again, they could have had a big buy 2 rounds ago. So I'm not sure about the buying and whether or not there was miscommunications. I think that there was, and in the last round they're like, well guys, we should just spend more money now because we can. Ooh, Krieg from Shroud. You don't see it very often, but if Shroud is playing, then you'll often see it.
I think even if you like it, you still forget to buy it. Because you're just so used to buying the same gun when you have all the money in the world. B4-2. Patient play from Shroud, but nobody's covering the long area. JDM's gone aggressive and instantly traded for his team. He can't repeak again. He needs to get out there with 15 HP. Skadoodle, I didn't even know where that came from. Well, there it was. Nitro on the high ground. Can be awkward for Orpers. Automatic still with an AWP. Stewie moving into the B-bomb site. And that grenade is at that base. Somehow surviving, however. So he'll continue to be a nuisance for the opponent. Over on the A site, the bomb has been left outside the main position. Now Stewie's picked up a second AWP. That might be smart with all of 5 HP, but you can see a lead there. He hears the scope. The problem is, well, the question rather is, does the sound of that scope pull a second player over towards the B bomb site? Not just yet. Automatic picking Nitro off as he looks for information.
Yeah, good position from Elige, to be honest. It's going to be hard to deal with that if they do decide to go out upper. Or if Stewie does, that is. Ooh, will he be silent? He can get a really nice peek onto this. Ooh, there it is. I think a shot was rattled off there by Stewie, but it will miss wildly as now the bomb does come out onto the A bomb site, making itself known. And it's a plant for the Pop Dog, plant for Ali. Twists coming around from T main and Elige from CT. It looks like a tough ask here. But that is what you need. Oh, nothing. Just denying, absolutely denying Twist there. You thought you had a flank, gets fully wrecked.
You hate to see it, Dan.
Oh, yes, you do.
He's playing to win the round, playing to find the second player, but nothing with the 6th sense. 180, get out of my T main. Nothing does not like being approached from behind. Please take notes, Twist. 2 ops continue for the T side. Skadoodle and Automatic. We know Stewie doesn't mind a spot of AWPing as well. Automatic will start with the passive route. No support coming. Okay, nothing is going to join Automatic towards the IV position. Again, the high ground is pretty good to look into main because the AWPers will often be looking on the low ground. So you'll be out of their vision. There are quite a few angles, so it's dangerous waters for the Cloud9 side, and you can see the CTs have chosen to go for a main push. Pop Dog is still a question though.
Nothing's going to creep his way through. And they'll be aware of that, the CT side is. Twist looking for the pop flash through the smoke play, potentially, just to block that, and he's going to block it. Easy stuff for him. A lot of pressure on Cloud9 with double ops as well to make this actually work outside. Stewie able to take down the Elige trade in from Nitro as Stewie gets himself some long-range spray downs, makes it look so easy. The confidence there as we see the whack-a-mole not going to be won by the player with the hammer at this time, which is JDM. He's going to back away, understanding that Connector is pretty much dead. Gets himself into position, and Pop Dog now is towards the back lines as we have Stanislaw and Pop Dog. So there is a chance here if Cloud9 make a misstep or two. But are they going to go for this? Stansel going towards Team A now very slowly. So yeah, it's not going to happen from this point forward. Cloud9 have done it. But where's the money left after this? Where is the money left? Okay, so it's a really bad reset here for Team Liquids. Do they go for the Force after this? They're going to get $1,400 on top of what you see here. So the best case really is like having around 2K to 2,500 around there. So they can buy a couple pistols potentially, but that's about it really. Might want to be even more conservative than that. Might want to even full save so they can have all the weapons, including the AWP and so on, next round. I would like to see that full save, even no T250s. Okay, there's one. I think that's a good call.
Cloud9 in the lead. Stewie starting to warm up and get back to his usual nonsense. Quickly into the A site. He spots a shadow, tries to pre-fire. He's going up the ladder. Stewie looking pretty fast on the aim there. Some warning shots for Liquid, or are they? Liquid get their first pick onto Stewie at the very least, but the rest of his team are clearing house for the most part. There's a pistol duel in main, which will be won by Automatic. Fun while it lasted. Twist of patience, shot from the P250, as one must be with P250. Respect it, and it will give you frags. It will reposition. And look at the situation here. He's got nothing to lose, Twist. He's got nothing to lose. Two of these players are in the red. However, he will look in the wrong direction, and Skadoodle will finish off the job. 6-4 after a back and forth start. The score was close, but now Cloud9 look to pull away, still with 2 AWPs on the T side, Cloud9.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. I mean, how do you feel about double off T side, Yanko? Do you think it's... Because I think we've talked about this before. It seems like it's quite hard to pull it off properly, right?
Yeah, I think it's highly situational. Basically, you need to bank on the fact that you will predict where the CT opera will be. Elish could not predict that. So you're just dropping down and getting the kill. But yeah, it is difficult, obviously, to... If you don't find an opening early with the AWP, it can be pretty difficult to even get entrance into a bomb site, right? Because you have 3 rifles. If you don't get the entry kill and they fall, maybe you know you have an AWPer close to that player and he's not able to get the trade kill because he has an AWP, right? Where if you had another rifler pushing with him in tandem, he could probably get the trade kill and then get entrance into the bomb site. So on the other side of things, if you actually do get the bomb down and they can post up, then it's a fairly strong position for you to defend the retake. But yeah, I don't think it's, I mean, good. I think it's situational.
Okay, well they seem to be taking it beyond situational at the moment, seemingly using it in every situation. We'll see if that works out for them, as Cloud9 are struggling to get into the bomb site without taking some losses, which is good news for Liquid being a man down already. Bomb is going to be planted though, and so they look good, Cloud9. They look pretty good at the moment. Ooh, that is going to make things a little different. JDM gets himself a double there, opening up Twists for another frag as well, leaving just nothing now, just swinging on by from Connector. Is he going to be able to get himself onto the bomb in time? They know where he is. In fact, he'll just go down anyway to Twist. And that's quite the retake there for Liquid. JDM saving the day.
Twist has got an AWP for JDM to take into the next round as well. So life is looking up for Liquid in this first half. They need a better score than 5 rounds to the 6 of Cloud9, however, with 4 rounds left to fight for, and it's the 2 snipers now on the Liquid team. Skadoodle will pick up an AWP of his own, so let's see which way the which team the picks will favour. Good utility onto both sides. Again, a 4-1 setup from the CTs. Fairly standard at the moment, and indeed, Automatic will get taken up towards the connector position. 3-man spray down for Elige. Bomb collected as well, and this round is very promptly likely over. Skadoodle in main with the AWP. Grenades coming his way while he waits for the smoke to disappear. Bomb trapped in a horrible position for him as well.
Skadoodle is creeping out though. Seem to Or looking to see what he can find, and he's going to find the head of Twists. It's a good doodle. What else can you do? Smoking off the bomb, and JDM will be quite the headhunter himself. Another scalp for... Where do they put scalps, James? The wall? Where do they put them? I don't know.
Wherever you give it to your children.
Well,
It depends on what age you lived in, I suppose.
Well, it's a bit... Okay. Well, 6-6 is the scoreline. We have 2 AKs here for Cloud9 and some pistols. So they're looking to go for a fast play, I would imagine. That said, would prefer Tech9, fully Tech9s if they have 2 AKs instead of the Deagles. I feel like the Deagles sort of like are doing the job that you expect the AK-47s to do, which is to pick at long range. You can't as easily gain ground and rush in with Deagles as you can Tech9s. So curious to see how it does end up playing out, as you'd imagine Cloud9 would want to play out a plan that suits the strengths of their buy. Well, that's Stewie dead. That's one of the Tech9, or rather, sorry, the Deagles gone. In fact, the Tech9 is gone too, as well as it's switched out for the Deagle of the fallen Stewie.
There we go. Nothing showing Stewie. This is how you get headshots in round number 13 of Team Liquid versus Cloud9 Train. Automatic with great timing. Nitro trying to ninja off the ladder, but there is no ninja for him today. Flash into the site will allow Automatic to keep pushing. 18 bullets left in his magazine, and he is piling on the pressure to Team Liquid. Stanislaw, last man standing. 3 kills for Automatic. He's done his job. Stanislaw has smoke. He has opportunity. There's Shroud out. He knows the bomb plant is close, but where's the trade fragger? There's nothing. Close up with the P250, but Skadoodle will prevail, getting around back for Cloud9, taking the AWP as well, and taking the lead once more for his team, and breaking the money of Liquid in the process.
So pretty close to fair between the two teams. Not sort of the CT-sided display that we had in Europe, which seemed quite prevalent across every single map, I think. I think it was every map. We had there, Charlotte's Phase, VP, and IP. And got the MP9 out of Elise, getting flashed in there, going for that aggro play in towards Popdog. Unable to get the kill on Stewie. The trade will eventually happen though from JDM, but that is everybody basically dead for Liquid, so this buy has not yielded the result that they had hoped for. And Cloud9 will be looking good to claim the round, and not only do that, but do it with an integrity of numbers, which will grow their economy quite significantly.
Twists sounds like some kind of candy or lollipop.
Yeah.
New flavors.
Do you remember that, like, what we would call like ice lolly, I guess, like Twist? Was it Twister?
Twizzler?
I think no. Twizzler is an American thing.
Twister, I don't know.
was like a, do you remember? It was like a little ice cream thing, and it had like it twisted around, like a white thing twisted around.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Twirler?
No, was it? I thought it was Twister.
Maybe it was Twister. I don't remember the name, but I remember the lolly.
It is Twister.
It wasn't very good either.
Apparently it's Twister. I had it confirmed by producer Patrick.
It wasn't very good.
It was awesome. I really liked those.
The white part was kind of crap.
I liked it.
It's because you're vanilla, Dan. Both physically and figuratively. And legitimately.
Legitimately. Legitimately.
I almost said pistol time, then I saw a scout, and then I saw the score. I don't know what's going on. Stewie charging into the A site, and he's got his team behind him this time. They're going for a fast play in the last round of the first half. The Elige around the site with the Deagle, catching some fire, catching some damage, catching some bullets. But he's catching some kills as well. Automatic, one for the sack. Stanislaw taken down towards Popdog, but Twist is there as well. He will bide his time, wait for the smoke to go, and that's a good thing because Skadoodle's holding the angle on him. But Nitro's in for the flank. I think he's missed his opportunity. Skadoodle taking a shot though. He's forced back. That sees that'll be enough, and now his teammate Twist can come out while Nitro's running distraction. Not for long though. Nitro's dead. Twist needs to find these players, but he's going to get taken down on the high ground from nothing in CT Heaven. Do you remember when there was one on the other side as well?
Yeah, T-Sky.
Those were fun days.
T-Sky. It was pretty ridiculous in post-plant to like watch Popdog from that position or whatever, like, or even Connector actually, even more so. You get like the plant and it's just like, got Norper up there watching Connectors like, oh, well, this is great. I'm glad, I'm actually happy that it's gone. I think it's better this way. I don't know if people agree with me, but that's my feelings on it. I think it was a bit OP.
Yeah, I think it would be too much now, but it was fun to run around and just be up there with a scout. Or HE grenades. Or crawl under trains.
That's what most people miss, but that was one of the reasons why I hated the map the most. I know Producer Patrick loved that. I think he was the one that told me that he loves creeping under trains, James.
Well, like, you play it when you're so young that winning isn't even really the objective. You just want to sit under this train and be alive forever.
Just hide in a dark corner.
And just ignore the objectives.
I think for me it was annoying because I had like my gamma settings were awful, so it was always too dark. I could never actually see people there, so it was really annoying. But we had the pistol round out now for Cloud9 and Liquid, and previously we saw full Kevlars from Cloud9's T side, I believe, and some decoys, and now we have a flashbang. So a slight difference here, and a P250 there for Stanford. I imagine he's through a smoke as well. At some points, we get the push through Ali, and the shots are rattled off Twist. JDM looking good though here for Liquid.
Automatic is going to get wrecked by Elish, who's got himself 2 kills so far. And JDM will get the last one for a solid pistol round from Team Liquid. Who won the first pistol?
First pistol was won by Cloud9, I believe. Because, remember, they went for the very elaborate, or seemingly elaborate, play where nothing was able to get into connector somehow. It was a really interesting round, actually. Might be my favorite round so far of this match, because it was so interesting.
4 high explosive grenades. JDM down to 27. But his team are moving quickly towards B, it seems. Nothing there with the P2000. Still going to get a kill. Twist going through the smoke, and that will be problematic for the T side, but the bomb will get planted, or will it? Looking for a flank, but Stanislav's coming in from the back. But Stewie2K is around the corner, and he's going to pick up a weapon, so Liquid needs to get that bomb down sooner rather than later. There it is. There's a flank from Skadoodle on the side of the train yard, which may be a problem. But indeed, Shroud is there to offer support as well. Elish playing around the smoke now, but soon disappearing. Maybe he's in an off angle that they won't expect. Skadoodle goes straight past, but there's a player on the high ground as well. Shroud in the crossfire between him and his teammate will get that last kill, and Cloud9 steal one back. That's a huge issue for Liquid.
That is ridiculous, isn't it? What on earth is going on? What on earth is going on? That should not have been a one round by Cloud9, I think it's fair to say. And I think it was Cloud9 for me that had some really questionable buys, generally speaking. And also their T-side approach with all the double orbs also seemed a little bit interesting. I'm not sure what their particular take is on that situation. It'd be very interesting to hear it. But also we saw, I think, too many situations where they're half buying or force buying as well on top of that. So could be, you know, a situational read against Cloud9. Again, these two teams know each other incredibly well at this point. Two of the, if you discount the Brazilians, two of the top teams, I think it's fair to say, in North America. Now, we have only a couple AKs with a couple pistols and a handful of grenades on Twist and Elish, so it's going to be a difficult ask. I would imagine that we see a couple smokes launched into the A yard relatively soon. It's always possible that they'll go for the B play as well, but the positioning right now suggests more so that they want to get in towards A. And it would work, I think, because there's no one playing close to the choke point, so I think Team Liquid could absolutely get out onto A.
Stewie shoulder peeking. See, he just holds off on throwing the grenade. And often, very early on, you'll see CTs holding a Molotov or an incendiary grenade in that position, and they'll throw it immediately when the Ts don't really have any intention of pushing. But Stewie's willing to extend his utility yet further. And he's picked off in the meantime. That's one of the two AKs that Liquid had out of the game for the time being. 25 seconds. And there are still 3.5 players on the A bomb site for the CTs. So they could have a good time of things, because Liquid are really running their own clock down.
Yeah, that was a great shot from Automatic initially. And it just comes down to brute force at this point. 7 seconds. Ooh. Oh, man, they're going to do it. They got the bomb down just in the nick of timing. And Stewie2K will make his way forwards, picks up another UMP. The wild spray almost taking down Twist. He's got to be very careful. Molly out there to try to I mean, basically allow him to better understand what's going on, and all the spread just in time to get Stewie off the ball, and also to get the tag sound. That's important because that tells Twist exactly where he is, and the jump across from Stewie, trying to bait out the push from Twist, going for the hold now, coming off of it, and I don't think Twist has done enough. Looks like the defuse will come in. Stewie managing to outplay the remainder of Liquid in a very tense situation for the win.
Nice. 11 rounds for Cloud9, and Liquid are losing a few in a row now, so they can spend some light cash, some small bundles, some $100 bills. Are they $100 bills? I'm guessing. I have no idea.
I assume so.
Anyway. Oh wow, almost a full butcher buy. 4 Desert Eagles on the T side. No armor, no Kevlar. Skadoodle with a forward position. He's got support from Stewie on the low ground of the UMP, so this might be a bait situation. Oh my god. That is not what Skadoodle was expecting, and that's going to be a big victory for the Liquid side. But will they commit to the push here, or they just try to use the AWP elsewhere? Automatic pushing Ivy will not work for them either. And now Cloud9 are in a very sticky situation. On the plus side for them, Liquid don't have any Kevlar. There are Molotovs. It could be hard to get the bomb planted if they head towards B, which seems to be the intention. I think the big thing for Cloud9 right now is to get this AWP out of play without losing more. 3 people, this is recoverable. 2 people, not so sure. Liquid still congregating towards the B bomb site. Stewie spotting 1 player and repositioning. And again, they still got the Molotovs. Cloud9, if they can get into position to use them, and they might not because 2 players are coming in towards Popdog. Stewie delays the bomb. That can enable some more rotation time for his CT brethren, running around trying to make a use of himself. The side plant's coming in as he takes one in the face, and that's nothing coming to the rescue. Again, Liquid don't have, oh my god, these deagle shots are so strong. So Nitro's been spotted, and he'll be finished off. He'll get swatted by Shroud. Expensive round for Cloud9, but once again they're successful. And there's another buy coming from Liquid.
Even the angle that Skadoodle was holding is pretty strong on upper ramp, so they can't like see all the way back from halls. It is something that's fairly common nowadays, so despite it being an off angle, Nitro has the angle for the pre-fire and just blows Skadoodle's head away.
Bosh. JDM with 17 HP here. That was pretty nice for nothing. Showed the minimum in order to get that kill. After a great peek off of the ladder. Some North American parkour. Random duel off the ladder, which is won by Elige. And Liquid, they've got smokes down in the sight. They're closing the distance, as is Skadoodle. He's choosing to change his position, but JDM is standing tall, and he's ready for it. 5 versus 2. And Cloud9, I mean, these rounds have been expensive for them, so I expect they'll be straight onto the eco if they lose these weapons.
Yes, James. Yes. I've collected some tea, James. I'm a smart human being.
That is fabulous.
It is fabulous. I wonder if Cloud9 can keep these live. It'll be pretty interesting to see what they do with the buy in the next round. If you consider the economy of Liquid, although that said, they're going to keep all 5 players alive here, so I suppose that is, you know, that's one thing, isn't it? That's probably going to encourage Cloud9 to go for a full save amongst the guns. It's always interesting, though. I mean, that said, the 3 players are really low on money. Maybe they'll just go for the force. I think it's a marginal one. What would you do, James?
That money kind of sucks.
It really does. You kind of want to get the most buy rounds, don't you? I think
what would you do?
I think
buy.
Yeah.
Whenever you have 1400, just buy. So
Yeah.
it's not worth it to
I think that's
eco pretty much, because even with like a double eco, it's still going to suck.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
You can get the AWP after the double eco.
Yeah, sure, 1 player can eco if you'd like, but
That would be me.
and that is indeed Skadoodle. He has indeed done such a thing. He has gone for the eco. So there you go. Smart choice by Cloud9. And Stewie, he's great in positions like this. on the hunt. Look at him go. Oh, how does he not get a single kill there? That's kind of insane. It's a great opportunity to get something done out of that, but not a single headshot connected. Very unfortunate. He is going to be perhaps livid at such a result. Stanislaw, though, with the trade on the peak. It's really nicely played there. First player draws attention. Second player comes out for the frag. And look at the health on Team Liquid. There is so much opportunity here for Cloud9, but they likely don't really know it.
Skadoodle up front with the P250.
Oh, the health, man, the health.
Yeah, Automatic has to save, though. His choices have been taken away. I say he has to save, but he is going towards the main position. So what will he choose to do? Smoked off, and that might be it right there. If you're a Cloud9 fan, if you consider yourself a hardcore Cloud9 fan, if you've got the Cloud9 logo on Reddit, if you've got the tank tops, then do a search on Google Image for DSA Raindrop. It's a set of keycaps, which to me is almost perfect for Cloud9. It's pretty much exactly the same colors and it has all the relevant logos for a team called Cloud9. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Not available at the moment. Not sure if it ever will be again. I don't have it. But it's awesome. It's worth looking up. It's pretty cool.
So guys, check out this thing that is not available. Maybe it is, though. Maybe on the off chance. On the off chance.
It was done by some people in China.
Nice.
So
I think on those Japanese mouse pads. I really need to get on those, actually. There's I don't even know what the brand is called because it's a bit obscure, and most of the descriptions are in Japanese as well, and they have really funny, very badly translated descriptions as to what each mouse pad is, as far as like the friction, and they have like this little bit of advice on them as well. It's like, oh, if you have the QCK, oh, it's like QCK, but is better at this or something like that in kind of badly translated Japanese to English. It's quite funny. See if I can find that link. If I can find it, I'll tweet it out. A lot of people, I know actually some pro players who discovered it and they're like, oh my god, this is godlike. This is really, really good. I think if anyone knows who Rafa is, he uses it.
I don't know who Rafa is.
Yeah, Shakil should know who Rafa is. There's a lot of other top tier Quake players at the moment who are using them.
I'm going to tweet pictures of the set so people can see it.
Oh dear, Automatic causing big problems here. Oh, JDM! Even if he'd connected the shot, he would be dead, and they're just running into these angles, and we're getting some good performances here from Cloud9. Their economy is booming, it's flourishing, and that's going to allow them all the options in the world. And at a 13-9 scoreline, Team Liquid are going to be rather disappointed with that one. I do wonder if they aren't just going to go quite quick in this round as some kind of a response to that. See if they can shock Cloud9. So you get all the nades there into the A yard. I wonder if those nades aren't just to actually essentially start the process of baiting out utility. And as they now get presence here towards upper, or rather inner, or the upper inner position, we get a kill out of Nitro. And JDM's going to push this even further, looking for the angles. And he picks the position. So smart from JDM. That's really nice. Understanding how the rotations work out. But there is actually still a player. I don't think they'll realize that Automatic can be there. This could be interesting.
It's not a commonly used position anymore, so
sometimes
people can forget. There's a first player spotted, and there's two more shooting between them. As you can commonly find, Liquid 4 versus 2, trying to make their way to 10. There's a flank coming in from Stanislaw, so 3 players on the site. Nothing is playing a very tight spot to catch somebody standing while they start a plant.
And also worth mentioning how he peeked the angle first. He peeked it not to actually get vision, but to shoulder and fire to draw distraction, so that Automatic would have full ability to take down 3 players there. But it's not really worked out in the end here for Cloud9. I think Automatic really needed to get at least 2 in that situation, but only in getting the 1 has really created a spot where it's just too difficult for Cloud9 to get out of these choke points. And the round is likely lost. And I mean, Shroud is looking to just save this orb. But their money was quite good because they won that round previously, where they had just gone for a force, or rather half buy or similar, and you can see here that with the save of the orb, actually still going to suck, isn't it? It's still going to suck, James. But they'll probably force it up anyway because they'll have the orb in play.
Yeah, they just lost. So they just won the round prior, so their lost bonus is in the toilets again.
I mean, Automatic's going to have, what, 4,600, so that's nice for him. And so it doesn't look too horrendous with the AWP save. I mean, let's see how they divvy out guns.
Not much divvying going on.
I was going to say. Guys. Ooh, Stewie, Pats with the spawn, go to alley. Let's have a look. See if we go for the alley push with a pop flash from somebody. From Shroud. Makes sense, that would make sense, but playing passively. Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Someone just tweeted me about the minigun video we did.
Oh yeah.
And said, looks like they listened to you in brackets Negev. So maybe that is our fault then.
No.
Maybe it's our fault.
We can only take claim for the stuff that goes well. That's how it works.
Oh, marvelous. Instant steal from nothing as well. It's like, yep, thank you very much.
Yeah.
The thieves around the corner.
Big pop-up, pump. And nothing has no Kevlar as well, but Automatic does. So that's also something to consider there, because I mean, I'm sure that they would have had that conversation. Obviously, they're going to think that. I mean, I imagine that Nothing's going to be confident to take a position, maybe with a 1-for-1, where he can get the first shot off. Then the Kevlar doesn't matter as much. One would hope, at least. But slowly, we're getting Liquid pushing into the site, clearing players. But there it is. We're waiting for that AWP to come into play. Shroud doesn't die. Actually, gets only tagged down to 8. Lucky Shroud still in the action.
Nitro got a lot of work to do. And again, damage can also help at this point, because there are many force buy being played by these teams at the moment. 1 versus 2 now, Nitro. He is looking for the ace. He's got 22 seconds to try and get the bomb plant. You can see Shroud towards the Ivy position holding the AWP. So if he picks off nothing, then he can try and... Oh, that grenade! There we go! 12 seconds for him to find this ace. Oh, the peak. Shroud stops it from happening.
What a hero.
Takes the fun out of Liquid.
Dude, when you see that nade going across and he's got, like, no Kevlar and 60 HP, you're like, this guy's dead. That was a very well... Actually, that's a really nicely lined up grenade, because I think a lot of people are throwing that much more to the right. But obviously, he wants it to bounce right in that corner because he knows that's where he's standing. So that was actually a very nice lineup.
Nice.
Impromptu lineup.
Team we have a round of a reasonable buy from both teams. The Lemmings are coming in to the Pop Dog area, and they will die.
Well done.
As Lemmings do when they...
That's most things. Falling off ledges.
And not eagles.
Not that animal. I can't remember what Dave's brought up. He brought up this animal that just gets dropped off a cliff as a baby. As a baby. See if it survives. It's just like, all right. I can't remember what it's called. It had a really weird name. But anyway, Stewie gets his flank on, and that should shut down the round, one would imagine.
There's a minute 15 and Stewie's in T-spawn. Standard stuff for Cloud9 at this point. JDM in WTF mode, creeping through.
Hello. Oh, this is hilarious, isn't it? Dancing on the smoke. Oh, seriously. Seriously, JDM. What on earth is that? How do you even do this? Oh, is he going to get the kill here as well? That could be a fantastic... Talking about lineups of grenades, it's a hard one right there as well. And he'll get the kill onto Stewie. They have to be careful now. He's got 12 HP, but he's got 3 kills already, working on the ace. Flash coming out here, looking to potentially just slow him down at this point, as they realize, you know what, if we just play the crossfire, there's 0% chance that JDM can win the round if we play the crossfire here. Oh, gets the tag. Out comes the Tech9. And it almost looked like he had a chance still, but he will eventually be taken out. So 15-10 for Cloud9. And it's interesting, some of the rounds that they've won. How many force buys have they been successful? It feels like at least 2 or 3 on the CT side.
Yeah, there's been a fair few force buys that Cloud9 have made work.
It's an interesting situation now for Liquid, because I guess we'll see their money in a second. But yeah, their buy is awful, actually. Just a bunch of pistols, limited utility, a scout onto JDM. We'll have to see if that can work out for them. Oh, please. Automatics, he's going in, James. He's going in.
Well, life is difficult for Liquid. And what could be the last round of the first half, Stanislaw and Twist, all that remains... All that's between the Cloud9 and their victory on the first map of 2 between these two sides. And there it is, 16 to 10. Cloud9 will take train. It's Dewey up there with 27 frags and nothing not far behind. Solid stuff from Cloud9.
Yeah, very solid game throughout. Winning both pistols definitely went a long way, considering Liquid did manage to recover after losing pistols, so obviously their lead would have just been even greater if they secured one of those 2 rounds, but Cloud9 did a great job both times around, as Dan pointed out. Not really elaborate strategy, but just things working out for them pretty much. And I was saying how Liquid is a very strong team now. Fundamentally, they don't